Good afternoon, this is Long Canyon, and I'm going to take a break here to talk a little anime.
Spice and Wolf.
Spice and Wolf is an interesting anime I stumbled on while I was browsing Funimation's streaming anime site to see if there was anything new worth watching. I'd seen favorable blog comments on the show, but the cutesy furry images made me suspicious that this was going to be one in another long series of cute disappointments. Happily, I was wrong. Spice and Wolf is a fantasy anime set in an alternate world, some version of the Renaissance period. Kraft Lawrence is a merchant traveling between villages and cities with his wagon, trying to squeeze a few silver coins profit from each trade, and dreaming of getting rich enough someday to open his own trading company. He wanders into a small farming village just in time for their harvest celebration. This pagan ritual thanks their patron wolf goddess, Hollow, who's looked over their wheat fields since antiquity. It's a ritual which the recently expanding and powerful Church of the One God does not approve. Lawrence is well known in the village and invited to join in their fun. Lawrence is rather surprised when later that night he finds a naked woman in his wagon. He's even more surprised when the naked woman turns out to have furry ears and a big bushy tail. It seems the wise wolf Hollow feels unappreciated. The villagers don't need her anymore since they've learned new techniques for agriculture, and besides, most of the villagers don't even believe in her anymore. And so Hollow has taken human form and wants to go back to her home in the northern forests, and she's picked Lawrence to give her a ride. And since her human form starts off naked as a wolf, but less furry, she's going to need some clothes to blend in.
おい、それ俺の。
似合うかやそのようじゃの仕立てもなかなかにこの先未来英語主の名はわっちが美談にして語り継がせよう
Spice and Wolf quickly evolves into a sort of fantasy road movie, or a Tracy and Hepburn flick. Hollow joins Lawrence as he drives his wagon on a trading route leading north. Hollow has to keep her ears and tail hidden beneath a hood and robe. The church doesn't approve of pagan gods that they say don't exist, especially pagan gods who show up in the flesh walking around town. Hollow is an interesting personality, playful and mischievous, wise but untutored in human affairs, powerful but vulnerable, and underneath just a little sad. I came to feel sorry for the poor little wolf godling who tended the wheat, unseen and underappreciated for so many generations, and has now found herself out of a job. Lawrence is, as Hollow points out, a very easygoing man. He's simultaneously an honest man, but always looking to drive the best possible bargain, and he's very pragmatic about any situation he finds himself in. Most of the stories have little sense of urgency. Lawrence and Hollow bicker and banter with each other and develop an interesting relationship. Hollow likes apples and fine clothing that befits her station as a goddess in disguise. This costs Lawrence lots of money. Although Hollow often protests that she doesn't know a lot about trading, she is a wise wolf and eventually shows she can add a trick or two to Lawrence's profits. Occasionally, the series plays out like some sort of math tutorial, with an obsession for currency conversions and trading stratagems that made my eyes glaze over. Since so many of the stories are about making money by trading goods, the writers apparently wanted to make sure that we understood the nuance of every deal. It's like Economics 101 and contract law. A couple of times, the leisurely stories shift to a more action-oriented tale, such as an episode where someone reveals Hollow pagan secret, and a rather elaborate smuggling scheme that Lawrence gets involved in when he needs money to cover a bad trade. It's not especially high-energy action, but it does add a brief moment of something approaching excitement to the story. It also helps crystallize the characters' personalities. And you better appreciate the two title characters because Spice and Wolf doesn't have much in the way of recurring secondary characters. Hardly anyone hangs around for more than an episode or two, even those whose faces appear in the opening sequence. Around episode 10 they meet Nora, a quiet shepherd girl with her loyal dog. Of course, wolves and sheep don't get along.
狼が出ても慌てないでください必ず町まで無事にお届けしますから
狼、大丈夫だと思うか
ダメじゃすでに囲まれておる
なんだって
という場合でも
The artwork is rather bland, neither detailed nor imaginative. Since this is a character-oriented series, I suppose it's not terribly important how the scenery looks. The first episode starts off at its best. That first farming village has a nice, warm, lived-in look to it. At the homes, the inn, the mill, the granary, and the wheat fields, the art gets progressively less detailed with each passing episode as we visit a number of other generic fantasy towns. There's nothing especially imaginative about this fantasy world except for Holo. Its architecture, costumes, customs, and commerce all look like hundreds of other such fantasy stories, and one town looks just like another. As for the animation, we have lots of conversations sitting on a wagon, or in an inn, or in a guild hall, all very economically done. In the very few places where there actually is some action to animate, the animation shows its limited budget. Musically, the series has a pleasantly quiet, almost melancholy opening and closing songs, suitable for the gentle mood of the series as a whole. Yuji Yoshino's background music has a Baroque period sound to it that serves to fill the silence, but is otherwise unremarkable. I can think of 2 reasons why you might like this anime. You may just be into cute furry girls, or you might enjoy the interplay between Lawrence and Holo as their relationship matures from a partnership of convenience to something approaching friendship. The author has given both characters solid, multifaceted personalities. I bought into those characters, so I found I rather liked the series as a pleasant diversion. And as I was hunting for images to insert here, I found I didn't mind at all rewatching an episode or 2. Most of them have a friendly, gentle feel to them. I give it 4 quiet stars. So far, Funimation has only streamed the first 13 episodes of the first season of Spice and Wolf, which is all I've seen. When the DVDs go on sale at the end of the year, I may well consider buying those. I knew I'd eventually find something useful I could do with that internet thing. Thanks for watching.